Do you ever feel like traveling with your family is like racing from one tourist trap to another? You start out chasing an adventure, but somehow you end up feeling like you're juggling kids, plane tickets, mealtime, and everything else that comes along with traveling with your family. Hi there, I'm Ryan, and if that sounds all too familiar to you, then you're in the right place. This channel is all about helping you travel smarter, with less stress, and more mindfully. Let's make travel more joyful, more possible, and more meaningful for everyone in your family. Here, we're really focused on connecting with your family, slowing down, and making the most out of each of your vacations. I'll break down how I think about traveling, how I approach traveling with my family, and how I use mindfulness and a slow approach to travel to get the most out of each of these trips. This channel is designed for parents and grandparents who want to take their kids and grandkids out on adventures across the world. I'm here to give you practical tips on how to make these dream trips a reality with less stress and more connection. Let's build family memories that last a lifetime. This channel is all about mindful travel. When I say mindful travel, what I'm thinking about is really slowing down the pace of your travels. I want you to think about taking a nice, slow bike ride along the coast. I'm thinking about going to these great European cities where you can spend your afternoon hanging out in a playground, after which your kids are happy because they got to play, swing, slide, and now you take them and walk to the local cafe that's on the edge of that square. You spend your time maybe drinking a beer, enjoying a nice iced tea, something along those lines, and you really slow down, immerse yourself in the culture. That's what this channel is all about. It's helping you connect with your family and enjoy your travel to a degree you maybe never thought possible. We're about meaningful connection, creating lifelong memories that you'll look back on and enjoy. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. I've got a lot more to come on these topics of slow, mindful travel. If I'm being honest, for me, travel isn't just about a vacation. It's about teaching your kids to become better global citizens. It's about traveling to different places and really immersing yourself in the culture. So when I talk about slow travel, what I'm really talking about is how to create a vacation where you're immersed in that culture. You take it in, you enjoy the fact that you hear other languages. You enjoy that there's menus you don't quite understand. You know, of course, when you travel, I think it's important to learn a few key phrases, but you're not always going to know what someone's saying to you. You may not know exactly what that waiter asked you, but you know what? When you slow down and don't try to create a vacation that's focused on checking things off of a list, I think you can really get yourself immersed in this culture and learn to live like a local temporarily while you're on vacation. And that is how we create global citizens. That's how we can teach our children about the world and show them a culture firsthand. Okay. So let's say you tune into this channel in the future. What can you expect? Well, here I'm going to give you practical advice on how to plan slow-paced European vacations. I'm going to be focused on providing itineraries that work for families with small kids to teenagers, families who want to get out and travel with their parents, get those grandparents out on the road. I'm going to be here focusing on how to really slow down and make the most out of your trips, how to find a good playground, how to find a great accommodation that's going to allow you to walk to where you want to be. I'll also be focused on technology and gear reviews. When traveling with kids, If you've traveled in the past before kids, you'll find that traveling with the kids is a whole nother ballgame. You have more stuff to bring along, especially if they're young. Young kids can't carry their own gear, so you have to kind of balance. How do I get everything into this bag? Do I really need to bring that stroller or back carry? Things like that. So yeah, I'll be really focused on technology that you can use to help improve your travels, packing tips, and other items that are just going to make this slow-paced travel more fun and enjoyable for you and your family. But these tips aren't just going to be about doing X, Y, and Z. I want to give you a much better idea about how I think about traveling to Europe and how I approach planning a trip to Europe. I'm not just going to say you must do X, Y, and Z and you're going to have a great trip. I'm going to really be focused on how do I think about traveling and what are the steps that I do to plan a great itinerary. So you can take that knowledge and put it to work planning your dream vacation that allows you to connect with your family and parents and makes that trip really worthwhile, something you remember, something you look back on and are so happy that you decided to do. I truly believe with proper planning, we can make our trips really enjoyable, really an opportunity to expand our own perspective on the world and our children's. Well, I hope that you're going to find that I'm really passionate about travel. And a recent travel experience that really hit home why travel is such an amazing thing, it's something that really can change your life, was a recent trip that I took with my wife, our young son, and my in-laws. We decided to spend a couple of weeks visiting France. And there we had just the greatest time. I helped plan the whole trip, and we ended up spending part of our time visiting local farmers markets and looking at the historic architecture. It was really a magical trip. Our young son, seeing his eyes light up as he saw the ocean for the first time, he saw these historic buildings for the first time. He bit into pastry, croissant, chocolate croissant was his favorite for the first time. Those are the moments that I want to help you plan. Those are the moments that bring me so much joy and fulfillment. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here to help teach you how I go about traveling and hopefully help you make those moments with your family. Another very rewarding thing about that trip to France was bringing along my in-laws. Having them along and seeing them interact with my son and my wife was such a thrill. It was so enjoyable. At the end of that trip, one of the more rewarding things was my mother-in-law actually told me that she just had such a blast being able to come on the trip and not have to think too much about the itinerary, the plan, because I'd done that for us up front. And she thanked me afterwards, and she just felt so grateful that she was able to come along and spend time as a family with grandparents, my wife and I, and our son. And it's something that we'll cherish and remember forever. And that's what I want to help you do as well. I want to help you get out there with your kids, your parents, your family, to get out in the world, to learn, to explore, and to take it all in. Well, I hope a lot of these ideas connect with you, and you find what I'm talking about to be interesting. Hopefully you'll tune in, watch some more of these videos. I'm really just getting started. I have a lot more planned, and I have a lot of information to share. Because there's one thing that I know, and it's that getting out with your family and exploring the world is something that I absolutely love. It's something that I find to be so enjoyable and so fulfilling. And it's something that I want to help share with you. I want to help teach you how I go about planning these adventures so you can have those same experiences with your family. So that sounds like a good thing to you, then stick around. New videos are going to drop weekly. If you could, it helps so much to subscribe to my channel, to like the video, and to even put some comments down below. Maybe talk about your next big adventure, or talk about a trip that maybe didn't go so well that you wish you would have had some more tips and practice before you headed out. So anyways, thanks so much. Again, I'm Ryan, and hope you have a wonderful day. We'll talk soon. And that squirrel up there might be a little loud for this take, but we'll see. Peace.